Supposed Kid from the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a Starter Town Volume 4 review. With the last review, Supposed Kid for the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a Starter Town, the anime adaptation has just begun. That has finished. But it doesn't mean that there's plenty more manga to keep fans going. Today, let's make a look at Volume 4. The installment of the series picks up for the end of Volume 3, where Lloyd and friends are taking part of the Military Academy Sorcery Tournament. Rio faces up against the headmistress of the Rokucho Sorcery Academy, Ro, in the deciding battle. But with so much history between these two, there is more than just the fate of the competition resting on this fight. Ultimately, Lloyd's team comes out as the winner of the tournament is they are given the Holy Sword as a prize, but Ro and her group aren't happy about the outcome and plot to steal the sword. When Ro's subordinate, Pio, informs her the sword is with Mari the witch, they quickly set about seeking to steal something valuable they can hold hostage in exchange for the sword. But as always, nothing goes quiet right for his band villains. Pilo steals an expensive orb from Mari's home, and when Lloyd returns to find the place ransacked, he assumes that it's Maria, who has been captured and races off to save her. This leads him to face up with Pilo in the fight that quickly became one of my favorites in the series so far. As usual, Lloyd assumes he's not powerful enough to take down his opponent in a one-on-one fight, so instead, he challenges her to arm wrestle. This leads to the two destroying buildings and flying around the area as the ridiculous strength comes out in full force. I assure you, readers, that it is not a traditional arm wrestling contest by any means. This fight comes alive thanks to the brilliant artwork and offered by Hajime Fusimachi. I'm sure no one else can depict the fun of insanity of the series as well as they can. I admit that, after watching the anime adaptation, my feelings for the manga had begun to be dampened a little, but this volume drew me back in and got me excited about the story again. The expressions, comical timing, and action show drawn at this volume are fantastic, despite the fact not that much happens in the overarching story. It's still a great deal of fun, which is perhaps the most important thing. My only criticism is that there is quite a lot of dialogue in places drawn in this volume, and because Fusimachi draws such small panels, this can sometimes overwhelm in the artwork, but it's by no means a big problem. Since we just got drawn a tournament arc, the next volume of the series is setting up something a bit different with Lloyd taking on the part-time job at a hotel. This gives the cast a chance to relax, but I'm sure it will be filled with a healthy dose of misunderstandings and ridiculous situations that we come to know the manga for. Supposed Kid for the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a Starter Town Volume 4 comes to the West thanks to the Square Enix manga. It has been translated by Andrew Cunningham. The translation reads well with no issues to note. Volume 5 of the series is scheduled for the release in October. Overall, Volume 4 of Supposed Kid for the Last Dungeon Boonies moved to a Starter Town is another fun entry in the series. If you enjoyed your time with the manga so far, this one certainly won't disappoint you. 8/10.